Hello, thank you for joining us for the Queesit In on Tuesday night. This is the Spotlight Series. I'm your host, Scott Nerney. With me today is Peyton Perry from Fairfield University and our newest intern working on the paper. Congratulations and welcome to the Wave.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Scott. Happy to be here.
Sure. And Peyton, give us a little background of yourself.
All right, so background information. I was born in Rhode Island. I've grown up here my whole life, mostly in Coventry, Rhode Island. Now I live in North Kingstown. I currently, like you had mentioned, I go to Fairfield University. I'm actually a digital journalism and economics double major. There's a long story behind that. I started as a biology major. Wasn't necessarily passionate about it, but I had, taken classes at high school, thought it was good, but I've always had a passion for writing. It started with entering poetry contests in the 4th grade, and then later to doing the high school newspaper. I also did theater, so I really enjoyed public speaking. So as I've kind of, paid my own way in my own journey at Fairfield, I quickly applied for the Mirror, which is our newspaper, and now I'm here interning for the Rhode Island Wave, and I couldn't be more excited about it. So.
Great. And what are you going to be doing for the Wave?
So for the Rhode Island Wave, as summer intern, I have helped update the calendar on our website, pulling different events from all around the state of Rhode Island, which I've really enjoyed doing. Dina, the producer and the head of the Rhode Island Wave, is really excellent in helping to teach me, all the different kinds of events that we're looking to pull, the positive ones, family-friendly, to get people involved in the state. My own father actually looked at what I was doing one day, and he was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm from Rhode Island, and I don't know what's going on. I'm always trying to look and see what events are happening. So that's one of the things that I've done. I also write articles for the Rhode Island Wave as intern, which has been really rewarding and exciting. I have interviewed Miss Rhode Island, Abby Monsalillo, and her teen, Miss Jillian Johnson, and written those articles. So again, very exciting, as well as Nate Jones. I conduct some interviews for the Rhode Island Wave, so I sit in your spot sometimes.
Great.
Which is really exciting. Again, exciting being the key word. I'm just very happy to be here, and it's a great experience all around.
So what would you prefer, being on this chair or being behind the pen?
I would say I love to be behind the chair where you are sitting, but I feel definitely very comfortable here.
Okay,
I love talking about myself. It's very easy to do all that, but I really enjoy being in that spot as well, learning about the different people who come in and having that conversation. It's amazing.
I find it fun to learn about other people and the backgrounds that you realize that it's Rhode Island. Everybody's connected somehow.
Exactly.
I know the work you've been doing on the calendar is outstanding. So many people don't know the events that are in Rhode Island, so it definitely helps. And I learn as well. I know Gina does. A lot of things you're pulling in, so that's fantastic work.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So talk to us a little bit about Fairfield University.
Yeah, so Fairfield University has definitely grown to be home for me. I was one of the students I was a senior in high school when the COVID pandemic hit. So no graduation, no prom, abrupt ending. I did not have an orientation going into Fairfield, which I really wish I would have had, but that's okay. We had one on Zoom, but it's not the same. So transitioning into Fairfield was definitely a little bit hard to do. It was hard to meet friends and to really feel at home when there are so many restrictions, which were necessary for everyone's safety. And Fairfield did do a great job still offering, hybrid classes, so you could be in the classroom with your professor, and they did keep as much open as they could, but, it was a pandemic. But that was my first year when I decided to kind of stick my leg out a little bit and apply to be opinion editor for the Fairfield Mirror, which again is our newspaper. And I applied because I love to write. I applied because I knew my major currently wasn't fulfilling that passion that I had. And I also applied, funny enough, because it was one of the few organizations that, even with the pandemic, I'd have human interaction because you had to go into the office to do layout and be with the staff. So I was like, yes, I'm going to try it out. I didn't expect at all to be, hired as opinion editor as only a first year. I think the pandemic helped me out a little bit in that aspect too. But I was hired, and I never looked back. I could spend 12 hours at a time on Mirror Tuesdays, as we would call it, working on layout. I loved interviewing people. I loved learning their stories, which is another theme found here that I love. And I realized that this is what I want to do. So quickly following, I changed my major to digital journalism. Later down the line, I added the major of economics as well. I had never taken business courses in high school, so I thought, why not? And I really, really enjoyed that as well. And it's nice how the two interlap in so many ways. And now I'm head news editor at the Fairfield Mirror, which is a very exciting promotion. Definitely more responsibility. It's 5 pages, whereas the opinion section was only 2. And of course, it's more heavier content. You're in charge of the front page of the newspaper. So I've really, really enjoyed working there. Fairfield has definitely become home ever since. The Mirror and the newspaper kind of rooted me in feeling comfortable, and then I later met amazing friends through different organizations. I'm a new student leader on campus, so we run orientation, which is where my core group of friends really came from. And I've made a point to be involved in intramurals and clubs, and I'm really happy and proud to say that Fairfield definitely is home to me now, and I can't wait to go back in the fall to get back into that group as well.
Well, don't leave just yet.
I know.
But wait, there's more. So if you're talking to high school students or parents are out there watching this, that kids are looking at multiple schools for next year, what would you wrap up Fairfield in just a quick statement or two as to why someone would want to go there?
I would say with Fairfield, and this is one of the main reasons I actually chose Fairfield, looking back, it was between this and Quinnipiac. And with Fairfield, choose it because of the people. It's a small community in the sense where everyone, kind of like the state of Rhode Island, knows each other, but it's big enough where you can still be yourself. There's still new and unfamiliar faces, but the professors, the faculty, they really care about your success. It makes the classroom experience so much better. The people everywhere, you're walking down the sidewalk and someone's smiling at you, someone's waving. It's a very friendly environment. Everyone just really wants to see everyone else succeed, whether that's faculty or students. And I can't stress it enough that it honestly makes such the difference, I think, when you're in an environment where everyone just wants to uplift each other and see one another succeed. And that truly is what Fairfield is all about.
So most students that just finished their sophomore year, if I was to ask this question, I would get a blank stare, but we'll try. As I think you've got a direction. Where is your college degree taking you? What do you want to do?
So my goal right now, it has changed a lot. I'm someone who has a lot of passions. This definitely stands out as one of the top ones, but I have a lot of drive and a lot of passion and a lot of different opportunities. I'm also a little bit of an overthinker. I can be a little indecisive, but currently I really want, my dream and my hope is to become a news anchor on television. I am actually interning at the News 12 network in Norwalk, Connecticut, which is based off from Altus USA. So I'm really excited about that. That's where I'm looking to take my career currently. I also have kind of dabbled with the idea of working for a huge news organization like the Washington Post, doing editing work or being higher up in management, just as long as I get my foot in the door, just something that I'm passionate about, following my heart. And then I've also always had a passion for education. So I'm also thinking that maybe, get some work experience, and then way down the road, I'm trying to become a tenured professor and going right back to my roots of helping students, because right now I can see how much my professors are helping and care for me, and I want to do the same when I'm older. So
I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Doing what you enjoy should be top of the list.
Yeah.
That's great. Have you had a mentor as you've gone through college?
Yeah, so one of my biggest mentors is Matthew Tullis. He's the director of digital journalism, and I'd actually first met him as the advisor of the Mirror. He advised my first year, and then later, of course, I switched my major and we became a lot closer. He's my advisor for courses, and he's always just been a supportive hand. I'm working on a project now, and he's also being very supportive of that. He's very smart, very intelligent. He's had experience in the work field. He's helped me look for different internship opportunities. If I ever need help with a story or guidance on who to reach out to or the contacts, he's my guy. I'm always emailing him. He's always so fast to respond. He has the most amazing advice. One of the best articles I wrote at Fairfield was entitled "Minority Voices of Fairfield Want to Be Heard," and it was an investigative news piece on just that. And it moved a lot of people, which is my goal. I really want to have my voice taken out and to just let others, tell their story. And he it was his class that inspired that piece and his guidance along the way that allowed it to also be as good as it was. So I would definitely say he's been an amazing mentor.
Fantastic.
Yes.
It's important.
Yeah, it is.
So if someone out there is watching this video,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope they are, and they think, I think I want Peyton to write some story about me,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be into that?
I would absolutely love to. I would say right here, reach out to the Rhode Island Wave.
Okay.
Come on, be interviewed, email me, even if there's no video and you just want a story written, I'm your girl. I'm
Okay.
your girl.
And if they have events, they can write to you as well, give you a little information, you'll get back to them?
Yep. Yes, they
Okay.
can.
So Peyton, usually we end with a little tribute to James Lipton. So if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a few quick questions.
Okay.
First one is, what's your favorite word?
My favorite word, glue.
Glue.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it has a nice ring to it.
Yeah. What sound or noise do you love?
Sound or noise. Bird singing.
Okay. What profession would you least like to do?
Least like to do, oh my gosh. Be a chef. I can't cook. I feel like I'd be awful at it.
Okay. If you could do something knowing you could not fail, what would you do?
Knowing I could not fail, I would apply to be the editor-in-chief of the Washington Post. If I knew I could not fail.
Okay. There's a job interview right there, ready to happen. And tell us a series on TV that's must-see.
A must-see series on TV is Married at First Sight. It is reality TV, but I absolutely love it. I think it's very interesting. It's these couples who have never met each other, but they're matched together. They go through a whole long process, and expert psychologists and doctors match them based on their personalities or what they filled out, and then the show is they don't even know each other up until they're at the altar, and then they're introducing each other like, hi, I'm John, hi, I'm Stacy, and that's like the first time they're interacting, and they get married, and then you follow their life for the next, I believe it's 8 weeks, and then they decide if they want to stay married. So.
And I'm not giving you a crazy look because I think the show is crazy. I'm giving you a crazy look because it's on my wife's TV.
Really?
All the time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The Married at First Sight, Married in 90 Days.
Yes.
And then the people talk about the show that's already shown.
Yes, yes.
She asked me a question the other night about, there's one of the versions where they show the extended scenes, so there's extra scenes, but it's still the same length of the show.
Yeah.
And the math didn't work. So
yeah.
I just had to walk away at that point.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah. You also watch the Jersey Shore too?
I have not. I've heard of that though.
Yeah, my wife's a big fan of theirs. So.
Oh, yes.
All right. I'm glad you haven't stepped there.
Yeah.
All right. And lastly, what's the last book you read?
The last book I read was The Secret Garden.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you very much for spending some time with us. Thank you to all the future articles you're going to write. I know they'll be fantastic.
Thank you.
I've read some of your past articles in the Mirror. Macaroni and cheese, the new chicken noodle.
Yep.
The heading caught me, and I thought, I got to find out what this is.
Yep.
So, great. Welcome to the Wave.
Thank you so much.